large Terran force for C, a large diverse force, and C is gonna secure his expansions at the right side and at the top. He's economically ahead now compared to Pure, and this is why I thought Pure wasn't very smart in going for this strategy. I think Arbiter is just would have been very successful, but on this map it's just so hard to use these carriers, and it seems that the carriers have been relegated to a harassment tool, which is not what Pure needs right now. Pure needs something to hold up his main defense at his base, or else he's just going to lose his main. Actually, C now targeting the upper left, and he's going to lose this pretty much inevitably. Pure managing to take out the expansion at the upper right, but I think C might be willing to take this exchange, given that he's probably going to pick off at least one expansion, maybe two expansions with his large force here. +1 armor and +2 attack upgrades for C here on his armor, and that is not bad at all on his mech units. Pure with couple more carriers coming up, but his carriers are split. Pure going on the offensive here. He's pretty much going for what's known as maybe the refugee Protoss, which means that the Protoss just relies on his carriers to try to kill off the Terran while losing his bases to ground forces. But he does not have enough carriers to execute that build, unfortunately. And C not even bother to siege up. Pure has taken down 2 expansions of C's, but C still has the 12 o'clock. I think that 12 o'clock may actually make a big difference in this game. C is going to take down the natural expansion of Pure, and now he's got a couple units up at the upper left. This is actually going to come down pretty close here, because Pure is now into the mineral only of C's, and this is going to be refugee Protoss here from Pure. C going all in, Pure going all in, both going at each other's throats and not bothering about any sort of defense. Pure needs to micro those carriers and not lose any to those glides though, because C has a lot of reinforcements pouring in from his factories, and he might be able to hold. If he can hold, I don't think Pure can do anything, and I don't know what Pure's doing with his Dark Templar there, not attacking when he should be. Pure perhaps did not know about the 12 o'clock, but that 12 o'clock is probably the bulk of C's, or at least half of C's income right now is probably coming from that 12 o'clock position. Pure with DT is hacking away with those tanks, and Pure looks like he manages to hold the 11 o'clock position, but just barely. C now retreating from the natural expansion. I think that's a smart move. He needs to finish off the 9 o'clock and the 11 o'clock to really stop the resource flow for Pure. Pure probably dried his main, dried his mineral only, and so relying on the 11 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. After those go down, it truly will be refugee Protoss time, but Pure, meanwhile, has gone for the attack at the 12 o'clock. This is going to come down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen, and I didn't expect this game to be that exciting, but this is coming down to the wire. I have to say, this game, I'm calling it quite epic right now. C going for the attack at the upper left, Pure wrecking C's 12 o'clock base. Pure just needs to go for a couple more attacks on the main base, and C's factories will go down, and C will be out of the game, economically speaking. But then again, it's the same thing for C. If C can go for an attack and finish off the 9 and the 11, Pure will be out of the game. But C, critically, probably is running out of scans, because those Dark Templar are just running alongside C's army and just taking random hacks at it. Pure running towards the right side. C's chasing with all of his glides, though, and will he be able to pin in those carriers? If he can pin in those carriers, that'll be GG for Pure. But C, Pure doing a good job of microing. He might be going for the command center snipe. Looks like he's going to be going for the snipe on the command center. Command center will go down. Command center goes down here for C. So C in a terrible shape also. Food count 103 for Pure, 160 I think, well, no, 146 for C. But C has more units, but his glides are just his glides are just not enough, I think, to deal with all those carriers. I don't know. It's going to come down to micro. It's going to come down to strategy here. One large push from either player could end this game. And Pure losing, Pure killing off a lot of glides there. C not in a great shape at all. He's probably running out of energy, and those DTs have done a lot of damage to him. C not rebuilding that 12 o'clock position. Looks like he can't rebuild. Pure, of course, oh man, Pure has no income at all, though, whatsoever to speak of. Pure, just looking at his resources, he's got about 1,000 minerals in the bank. Still getting minerals from somewhere. I think maybe at his 9 o'clock position. No. I'm sorry. Pure is out of minerals. Pure is the left side person at the lower right. Pure is completely out of minerals. C's the one who's still mining. Pure has a bunch of gas in the bank, but he is not going to be able to deal with a much larger force of C's if he can't build interceptors, which is going to be critical, because if he can't replace his interceptors, he's not going to have a carrier force anymore, and C could possibly win just by targeting interceptors. Oh, that carrier, poor carrier, out of position there and gonna get sniped off. Pure does not want to leave the OSL, but he might have to because C is killing off all of his expansions. 9 o'clock, once that goes down, Pure is just not going to have enough, I think, to mine anywhere. He might be doing some distance mining as natural expansion as main or something. But Pure still has those 8 Goliaths, 8 carriers or so, but he has not enough minerals to build up his interceptors. I think that's what the Observer's trying to show us, is that you can't replace these precious interceptors, and without interceptors, carriers are just going to be sitting ducks, of course, and oh man, this is going to come down to the wire here. Goliaths dying by the handful here, and Pure with nice micro, but C might win just over the long run here because Pure does not have a single bit of... He's still getting scraps of minerals from somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. Maybe the 11 o'clock has like 1 or 2 probes mining. He might lose his carrier, loses 1 carrier there, and preciously he loses the interceptors there, and his interceptor count looks really low right now. Pure's interceptor count looks incredibly low. He's at 0 minerals, and he cannot replace these interceptors. This is absolutely terrible for Pure. I didn't expect the game to get to this point, but this is the problem with Refugee Protoss. You run out of interceptors after a while. 3 probes, 3 hero probes. They need to get more minerals, and C, as long as he can hold that central expansion that he's got up in the very center of the map, will eventually win because he'll just be able to get those carriers eventually. I think only 6 carriers left, and I have to call it now for Pure. I don't think C... I'm sorry, I have to call it for C. I don't think Pure can come back from this. And C, now discovering that the 11 o'clock is active once again, he's going to send a couple of tanks up. Pure's carriers are too far away to do anything about it. And Pure going for a last-ditch attack on the main base. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to pick off the factories of C the last time he was going for the attack on C's main base. I think if he focused a little bit better, he would have been able to pick off those factories. Oh, and C ambushing those carriers. Poor Pure here, playing his heart out in the last game here with the Refugee Protoss. Certainly playing better than I think he did in game 1 with his carriers, obviously. But I still feel it was a mistake to go for carriers, and now only down to 2. It's been an exciting game, but Pure is going to have to GG at this point. He has got absolutely nothing left. He's got no mineral intake at all, and C does, and Pure has no units at all either. Distance mining here from his main base to that natural expansion, but C is just closing in here on the carriers, and he is just going to capture them now. GG, yo, coming from Pure. So C taking the best of 3 between Pure and C advancing to the round of 16. Well-deserved victory. The first game was certainly a very silly game in this best of 3, but C managing to close it out here in a very impressive and fun to watch game here. Hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. I will be, of course, casting more games from the Incruit OSL as it progresses, and from all pro games. Hope you guys are getting excited about the new season of games. Do check out sc2gg.com, the IRC chat there. You can just click on IRC chat, and I'll be there probably in the evenings. PM me, and keep PMing me, because often I'm AFK or maybe playing a game or something with my valuable, precious little gaming time. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. This is